Traumatic experiences do not always or forever lead to traumatic stress symptoms. There is now clear evidence that traumatic experiences can have significant and lasting consequences for the people who endure them, particularly when these experiences occur during childhood. The foundational work on adverse childhood experiences, often called ACEs, documents this impact. These robust research findings have led to some proposals to use ACEs as a screening or eligibility tool for trauma-informed interventions. This is a very bad idea. While traumatic experiences can lead to many negative outcomes, they do not always. And even when they do, it is still possible for people to get past them and eliminate their impact over time. The simple fact of a traumatic experience for any given individual does not necessarily imply an automatic disability designation. Our research is showing that while ACEs is a strong predictor of duration of therapy, it does not predict clinical outcomes. In other words, it appears that children with more trauma experiences take longer to respond to treatment, but they do respond. We also find that while ACEs predicts placement disruptions in child welfare, some children with notable traumatic experiences do not have traumatic stress symptoms. We find that at least a third of children with complex interpersonal traumatic experiences have significant strengths and are doing well despite their experiences. In traumatology, there's a distinction between events, experiences, and effects. If you happen to get a hatchet into your head, I hope you don't, but if you do, if you went to the emergency department, the physician would describe your trauma as the head wound. In child welfare and behavioral health, sometimes the head wound is the trauma, sometimes the hatchet is the trauma, sometimes the person holding the hatchet is referred to as the trauma. Making that distinction is very, very important because we can't make decisions based on events or experiences. We need to make decisions based on effects. The use of ACEs to decide eligibility for services or programs is particularly problematic for children and youth because children and youth do not get to decide the services and programs that they're sent to. And so there's a risk that you are going to actually force kids to deal with stuff they've already dealt with just because you've decided that because something happened in the past, we're supposed to intervene in perpetuity. That doesn't make sense. We need to focus on how children and youth are doing now, currently, and not focus so much on things that have happened to them in the past. A focus on the past simply serves to institutionalize bad things into people's future. Traumatic experiences are a part of our biography. They do not need to be a part of our identity.